How would you like to know how to make money doing things that you would do normally? Today, I'm going to share how I monetize my life, how you can monetize your life, and you can increase your income naturally. Hey there, my name is Jen. I'm the creator of Modern Frugality, and I'm so stoked that you are with me. I'm doing a little series. The first video I will link to, but it is about how to make money in your spare time. So how to replace some of the things that we do mindlessly, that we do habitually, replace them with money-making actions. And so today I'm talking about how to monetize what you're already doing, or maybe what you want to start doing and make it more attractive by making money from it. Because there are only so many hours in a day, and some of us lead really busy lives, busy jobs, lots of kids, needy husbands. Not saying that mine's needy, he's great. But we just don't have time to start one of these multi-six-figure side businesses that we see all over the internet. There's just not enough time to really do it and be successful. And I'm not saying that you can never do that, but you need to look at where you are in life and say, okay, I have enough time to start a business, or I am dedicated enough to start a business right now, or maybe I just need to increase my income really quickly to pay off my debt or save my emergency fund. And that is earning a different income than a side business is. If you need quick cash, it's not big cash, but you need it. So these are ways that you can monetize what you're already doing to get that quick cash you need, either to save your emergency fund or to pay off debt, so that later maybe you can work less and you can start that online business you really want. That's how I did it. I really stumbled into online business through going through the entire side hustle hierarchy, doing literally every side hustle there is available. And if I didn't do it, my husband did it. So we are very well acquainted with side hustles, and probably my favorite way to make money is just monetizing what I do every day. So I like to look at this in two different ways. You can monetize your actions, and you can monetize your underutilized space and stuff. So this would be stuff like maybe walking your dog, exercising, commuting, stuff like that. So if you would like to start exercising more, a really great way to give yourself incentive and monetize it is to do bike deliveries. And usually that's of Uber Eats, Postmates, takeout, stuff like that, or even alcohol through Drizzly. These are smaller things. They can be done in urban downtown. So you're doing some biking, but you're not biking an hour out of the way. So think about stuff like that. Also, how safe you feel doing the biking in the urban centers. If that is something you're okay with, this is a really great way to get exercise in. This is something that my husband likes to do. I'm not too keen on this, but I know people who love doing it, and it's a really great way to monetize your exercise. If you're like me and you prefer to be in a car, maybe you have a long commute, you can actually monetize your drive time, and not just by ride sharing, but you can actually get advertisements put on your car. You can use a site like Wrapify, and you can get your car wrapped in a car advertisement. This works best for people with long commutes, who are in cities and maybe have the opportunity to park on a street or have their car be really visible. Another one would be hanging out with your dog or your kids. So maybe you already have a dog that you need to walk. You could walk other people's dogs with your dog and make some money. If you're gonna have to walk the dog anyway, go grab another dog and let your dogs play together. Or if you're hanging out with your kids, you can start to watch other people's kids too. Give your kids some kids to play with. You don't necessarily have to go to care.com or Rover. You can post Facebook Marketplace. You can post in Facebook groups. These are great ways, viable ways to get clients and not be restricted to the rules of certain apps or the payment limitations. Lastly, if you are paying for things with a credit card, You can use an app like Dosh that literally all you have to do is connect your cards to it. And if you happen to be at a cashback eligible store, you automatically get cash back. It's not like any of these rebate apps where you are taking like you're clipping rebate coupons and scanning receipts. No, Dosh is all automatic. So it's really the only rebate cashback app I recommend besides Rakuten, but that's for shopping online. So if you're paying for stuff, then you might as well connect your card to Dosh because you could get cash back. I check in that app like once every other month, and I always have more money in it that I didn't know that I was eligible for cash back. So it's a great app. I will link to it, and there's also a bonus if you sign up through my referral link. We both get something. So I will link to that, and it's a really good one. I don't normally recommend savings apps or like them or use them, but this one's a good one. All right, let's talk about monetizing your underutilized space and stuff. This is where Travis and I made so much of our money. We funded our emergency fund, and we were able to max out 401ks by supplementing our income with income from Airbnb. So we had a guest room. It was underutilized. Nobody was staying with us. So we turned it into an Airbnb when we would rent out the guest room with their guest bathroom. So we wouldn't use the guest bathroom while the guests were here. And we made $18,000. I made a video on it. I will link to that one in the description. But it was such a great way to profit off of space we were paying for. I mean, we were paying for it as our mortgage, but we weren't using it. And so we did Airbnb for a while until I turned the room into my office that you see I'm in now. But it was such a good way to use that space. And you can see more if you watch the video, but there weren't any creepy people. It was very fun, and we liked the experience a lot. If you are not keen on that, you can also rent out other spaces. So your basement, garage, parking spaces, land. If you have land with a hookup, there are a lot of people full-time RVing when they go travel and they're between parks. They just need a place to hook up for the night. If you have that, you can make money on that. If you have a parking space that you don't use, you can make money off of that. As well as storing things through apps like neighbor.com. You can rent out closet space and basement space, stuff like that. So look at the things around your house. What am I not using? And think about how you can rent it out. I don't necessarily like renting out vehicles. So like recreational vehicles, boats, cars. Those are not things I would rent out because those can get damaged and stolen much easier. And replacing those or getting like reimbursement from the companies the third parties you use to rent is a nightmare. I've just heard horror stories. I've seen too many horror stories to be able to recommend it. But space, like nobody stole anything from my house while staying in Airbnb except maybe a roll of toilet paper because they knew I was there. So it was just a lot better like experience if I could be there monitoring at all times. The chance for damage or theft was a lot lower. And then if you have underutilized stuff, sell it. Or if you have big equipment that may be useful that you can monitor while somebody's using, you can rent that stuff out. But honestly, I say get rid of your stuff. I'm a minimalist, and I think selling old stuff is so cathartic and you make some money off of it. I have the 48-hour and porch pickup rule. So if I post something and I'll wait, a few hours before I respond to people, if I don't get it sold in 48 hours, it goes in the buy nothing group. Or if it's like under $10 and I want to sell it, it's a porch pickup. And so I just trust that people will pay me into our mailbox, just drop the cash in the mailbox and take the thing, and I don't worry about it. So those are my rules for selling on like Facebook Marketplace. And I highly recommend selling your underutilized stuff. It's very great. Thanks for watching this video. If you have any other ideas for monetizing your actions and your underutilized space and time, let me know in the comments. I have a few more recommendations in the article that goes with this video, so if you want to learn more, click the link in the description and you can read the rest of my recommendations. Until next week, subscribe, like, comment. I'll see you later.